Hello guys, and welcome back to the Top Experts League. This is game number 4 between Slam and Yo, down to the south of the map in the blue, playing as the Vikings. What a surprise. We have got Tyrant Slam, and up to the north of the map in the red, we have got Mr. Yo playing as the Vikings as well. So once again, we've got a Vikings war, and once again, we're playing on Migration, which I believe now is the home map of Mr. Yo again. I get lost in the sequence of games and forget exactly what home maps are what and who's chosen what, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. This is going to be game number 4 now, and Slam is currently 3-0, which is actually pretty damn good, let's be honest. 3-0 already against Mr. Yo, of all people. That is incredibly good, and this could be the final game if Mr. Yo loses. So if Slam gets this one, then that could be huge. That could be really huge. So thank you, Rez, for the offer to help. I will take you up on that offer as soon as this game is over, and we will get the chat up on the screen and working fine. I don't know why it's not working. It seemed to work earlier, but it's not working now, so we'll leave it at that for the time being. So anyway, this game should be pretty exciting. Obviously, Migration is one of those slower ones to start, which is why I've got things on slightly faster speed. Mr. Yo, quite slow to find his sheep there. They are very far from his TC, as is often the case with Migration. However, Slam definitely getting off to a slightly better start there, getting those sheep in a little bit sooner, and also getting a deer in as well. And that's something Slam seems to do every single game. Without fail, Slam will lure his deer into that TC, and I don't blame him. It's always working out for him, and it seems to just be a surefire way to make sure that food income's coming in strong, and that Slam gets everything he can. Now, obviously, on Migration, you're going to want to lure those deer in anyway. For Slam, that's not too difficult. Nothing blocking them. For Mr. Yo, let's have a look where his deer are. They are... Where are they? Mr. Yo, where are your deer? Okay, that's... What? That's really lame. Mr. Yo doesn't seem to have any deer. He does have deer, right? Okay, they're here. He's taken his deer already. My bad. I was going to say, like, where is his deer? There's a mega bugged map, and he would have restarted had he not had deer. No, he's already taken them, as you can see by the carcasses on the floor there. Oh, that's the shame of having fast speed, I guess. You kind of miss a few things, but... It's only the Dark Age. There's not a huge amount to see here anyway, aside from people luring their deer and building up their ecos and their huge fleet of fishing ships, which we are going to see from both of them, no doubt. Now, I would love to see Slam here do a fast feudal and just make ships like Spring did against Hallis. However, I doubt that's going to happen. This map is pretty damn big, and both of them are very far apart. Now, usually in Migration, the players are very far apart because of this middle island, having to go around the edge. I say this often. This one is definitely a good example of that. There is a really big distance between them. Sometimes the island could be a little bit skewed in the middle, and they can actually be a lot closer than they think. Usually that happens more in team games though, and obviously with this being a 1v1, they are very far apart in this situation. So anyway, yeah, keeping things speeding on through for now. Obviously, both of them getting out those fishing ships, and Mr. Yo seemingly up on 2 docks for now. We'll see if he adds in a third anytime soon. Slam going up with the 2 docks for now as well, or sticking up 2 docks for now. We'll see again if he goes for a third. But yeah, the general rule of thumb is about 47 to 52 population when clicking up to the feudal age. That's kind of a standard amount. I think that's probably what we'll see here as well. Both of them definitely doing that fish boom before the feudal age upgrade, and if they're going to do that, then obviously going up with that many population is kind of the way to go. Mr. Yo, interestingly enough though, taking his berries already, and same for Slam. Now, sometimes the players will delay the berries quite a lot. It depends really how the food income's going and how quickly they want to get up to the feudal age. But obviously with Migration being a map where you have no boar, only a small number of sheep and a couple of deer, it makes sense that food income is very difficult to get in the early game, and why so many fishing ships are needed, and so much food is required to manage to get up to the feudal age. Looks like Slam's clicked up though on 45 population here, and he's starting to take some gold already. So Slam's going to go up on 45, and Mr. Yo still on 45 for now, continuing to make fishing ships, and he'll probably go up on about 47 or 48 at this rate, as he's getting one more villager out, and then he will probably click up after that. So yeah, 47 population and up, and Slam's going to be up quite considerably faster actually. He's going to go up on much less population in comparison, but he is going to go up much faster, and that could give him the edge in the feudal age. The question is, will he be able to do enough damage? You know, will he be able to get those galleys over there before Mr. Yo starts getting out his own galleys to defend? I think the chances are Mr. Yo will have defensive galleys up by the time Slam gets over there. Slam may opt to go for a transport ship and get his scout across to the center as quickly as possible. Sometimes players like to do that. Sometimes they like to send villagers over quickly and get that second TC up on the gold in the center very quickly. That can definitely be a good way to go about it. But obviously the priority in most situations, most migration games, is to fast castle with a huge fish boom and get all of those galley upgrades as quickly as possible. War galley, fletching, bodkin arrow, and bracer. Sorry, not bracer. Ballistics. Of course, bracer will come in the Imperial age, but I'm talking about in the castle age here. So Slam's up first. We'll see some galleys coming out soon. There's the first one coming out now, and he's doing it on the right hand side, which kind of says to me he's going to go all the way around here, which is a long way to go. I suppose either way he goes, it's going to be a long way to go. But that galley production has started. Obviously priority here on the market and blacksmith, so that Slam can click up to the castle age as quickly as possible, and this looks like it's going to be near perfect timing actually. The market and blacksmith nearly completed, as Slam is going to be clicking up any moment now. That market 80%, and we're going to see one more villager pop out, and he's going to click up. Oh wow, okay, interesting, he took that villager away sooner. He could have clicked up like 5 seconds ago, but there you go, castle age for Slam now, and well, Mr. Yo queuing up a few more villagers, and actually he is not going to be up anywhere near in time for, well, in the same time as Slam. So Slam's now got his galleys out. He's not sending them really aggressively though. This one on the right's still yet to move, but he is obviously going to be looking to find Mr. Yo now. Obviously the priority here for both of them has just been to get up to the castle age quickly, and now step on the gas with the galley production. We're seeing galleys from 3 docks from Yo. Of course, the 4th dock is likely to be coming up any moment now, as that double bit axe research is getting done, and the extra wood income from that is going to really bolster their economies. We've got 4 docks from Slam at the moment, and I think Slam's really starting to pull ahead already. 7 galleys to 4, and he's got the edge going up to the castle age as well. So looking very nice for Slam. He is down by 4 villager population though, so Mr. Yo has got more fishing ships at the moment, but I guess that comes at the cost of having less galleys. So we'll see what pays off the most, as the first galley is going to make it over there. On the right side, they're still a long way away, but on the left side, they will find Mr. Yo. And these two are going to meet halfway as well. Fletching just being researched for both of them, and they're completely even there. Looks like Mr. Yo should be able to defend just fine. Like I say, the map's so huge that by the time your opponent makes it over to you, you've managed to get the galleys out that you need to defend anyway. So, yeah, I mean, Slam not able to pressure any fishing ships or anything like that, but definitely starting off nicely. And again, like I say, having that advantage up to the castle age will be good. Look at how much food he's got. Look how much resource that he has. That's going to be great, because he can go for that second TC reasonably quickly if he does that, and of course get those upgrades. So we'll see coming in any minute now. We'll see War Galley for Slam, and we'll see Bowsaw at the lumber camp. He's going to get that wood upgrade as fast as he can. And with that extra food in the bank, he doesn't need any farms for now. He can save the wood on farms entirely. That university's going up, so he can get ballistics as quickly as he can, which again will cost some food, but he's got that in the bank. And then with that extra food, once that starts piling up again, he can either go up to the Imperial Age, or he could send a landing across and get a TC up in the center of the map and start claiming that as his own as well. So at the moment then, Slam with the advantage. It is certain that he has the advantage at this stage. Moving out across the map, +2 attack and range is done, War Galley is done, and Ballistics isn't going to be too far away either. 70 population to 68, there's very little in it, but Slam's score is way ahead. However, I'm trying to work out what that could be down to. I think it's mostly down to scouting and military. Look at Mr. Yo's scouting, look at Slam's scouting. Slam has got so much more map visibility. And that says to me that Slam has a little bit more map control at this stage, though sometimes being in a defensive position on migration can work out pretty well, because of course you do have the defender's advantage and the faster reinforced time there. Overall population is fairly close, Slam with slightly more military though, and that could be the main contributor to the score, but I think the score here is mostly in Slam's favor because of the scouting and literally just the sheer amount of galleys that he has on the water at the moment in comparison to Yo. So kind of waiting for him to make his move. Yo's just patrolling both sides of his island now. All of these fishing ships tucked in the back. And the problem with this, with Yo playing very defensively like this, is that Slam could make the landing on the middle, could start putting those docks up the side like we've seen before, and really increase his galley production and push Yo off the water that way. So at the moment, we'll look at Slam's eco. He's still got like 700 food in the bank, 400 almost gold as well. Maybe we'll see Slam do a pretty fast Imperial instead of doing any eco stuff before that. Not seeing any transport ship or anything like that yet, which is fair enough. Yeah, he's really not far from the Imperial Age, is he? He's, you know, 300 gold off and 50 food off. That's nothing. And he's also got a market, so if he's got all that extra food, if he wants an even faster Imperial time, just sell a bit of food for gold, and it looks like he might already be doing that. So interesting stuff. We're getting that monastery up for Slam now, and that will definitely now mean a faster Imperial time for him. And for Mr. Yo, he is also doing the same. He will probably be selling a little bit of food soon as well, but because he was slower up to Castle, he's therefore going to be slower up to Imperial. And wow, I didn't notice this, but look at this mining camp here. This gold and stone, what a fantastic mine that is. That's awesome. Not so good in the fact that it's right on the shore there though. That's not nice. That's obviously going to be under a lot of pressure if any galleys come in. So the main difference here is that Mr. Yo is doing the transport sooner. He is starting to transport across already, and he's going straight across. He'll look for the resources in the center of the map. He's not scouted anything there yet though, which is obviously not so good. Not sending his scout across either, so Mr. Yo's doing it blind, and he may end up regretting that decision because he might take some time to find some gold here. Obviously he's got no idea where the gold is on this map, so he's going to have to look out for that. Monastery going up for Mr. Yo, and that is a considerable difference in timing there. Mr. Yo not clicking up to the Imperial Age yet, and Slam's already a quarter of the way there and massing up his ships just ready to push in once he gets that upgrade. So I mean, 35 population of, well, 35 military for Slam, 33 for Yo. They're fairly close, but I think Slam's about to get another wave of units coming in. If only it wasn't population capped. What a mistake to make, eh? And there's a transport ship from Slam as well. So yeah, he's going to be looking out, looking to get on that center as quickly as he can now, and we'll probably put up a TC on a gold if he can find it. Mr. Yo sending his scout across as well, and let's now take a time out to actually look at the center map, or the center of the map, whilst these guys go up to the Imperial Age, of course. So this gold here is in a not bad position. It's really far from the shoreline, so it's definitely going to be safe. TC location wouldn't be too bad here. Right side protected, of course, by this. Left side open to the hills, but could be defensible by having a couple of archers on the hill here or here. It shouldn't be too difficult to defend that gold. The other gold on the right side, much closer to the shore. Galleon's probably going to be able to hit this, so not the best. but not the end of the world if either of them go for it, because some gold is better than no gold, and that's about it. There's a couple of stone piles around, both of them on opposite sides of the island, but just one gold pile each, and Mr. Yo hasn't found one yet. So, oh no, he has found one now. He's found this one, but he's put his TC out of range of that, and of course that's not a good or ideal situation at all. Slam, let's see if he's found any of the gold here yet. Yeah, he has, and he might put a TC there as well. But Slam now going to go back. He's not going to want to fight this on the left side, because there's the Imperial Age upgrade for him. There's Galleon for him. There's Bracer for him. And there's Chemistry as well. And I said and with a little bit of a long, like, sort of and there, because I didn't know if he would have Chemistry. I just assumed, based on how many resources he had and how he's been playing this one so far. Ooh, nice conversion for Mr. Yo in the middle, though. Wallalo Warriors indeed at heart. And yeah, Mr. Yo just going to go and convert that scout from Slam, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, really. And I'm also wondering, where on earth did Slam's villagers go? They're right here in this corner of the map. We've got Slam building some docks, and that is of course going to make his fishing ships a little bit more effective. And meanwhile, Slam looking pretty good over here. Mr. Yo's army, Mr. Yo's galleys are a little bit out of position on this left-hand side. He's got some in the top of the map. I don't know why he's over here. I think he's running because of the fact that Slam has got galleons, so of course he's going to try and get defensive because of that, but how much is he going to give up because of it? He may lose a lot of villagers on this gold. Mr. Yo not going to move away yet, and Slam just going to start, well, slamming into this gold pile with these galleons. Big losses for Mr. Yo so far, and the galleons here from Slam, absolute massacre. Wow. Mr. Yo not paying attention in the slightest to that. How many did he lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 villagers, I think there. That's insane. On the left side, Slam just getting a couple of fishing ships here as well, starting to take pot shots at these galleons. And on the right side, of course, Slam just got his eye firmly on what's going on over there. Mr. Yo losing a lot of water, a lot of map control here, and that's really worrying actually. Slam not deciding to make a TC in the middle at all yet. Instead, he's just getting aggressive. He's putting up an archery range. He's doing crossbowmen. And he's going to be looking to wipe Mr. Yo off the center of the map, rather than just contesting it or trying to counter boom him. So a lot of war galleys out on the map. 48 for Slam though, and 43 for Mr. Yo. Obviously Slam has a slight advantage here, but it's not everything. I mean, just a couple of war galleys, a couple of galleons, not going to make that much of a difference. But yeah, really, for Slam here, this is looking decent indeed. Mr. Yo, again, I don't know why he's splitting up his army like this, but he's going to lose the galleons on the left side now, because he's outnumbered massively, and half his army is on the wrong side of the island. So that's really unfortunate for Mr. Yo. And if Slam continues to push this, he could start taking down these docks as well, which would be really awesome. Enodil called that slamming pun there. I'm not surprised. I'm really bad at these. They just come out of my mouth and I can't stop them. So I apologize. It's not really that cool. No, some people like them, some people just get really annoyed by them because they think it's the worst kind of humor possible. But sometimes they just slip out, and I can't help it, right? So yeah, it's center of the map now, looking good for Slam. Does he know where Mr. Yo is? He does. He knows exactly where he is. He sees the farms. He knows there's a town center there. So we've got a siege workshop for Slam. We've got Arbalest coming up here as well for him, and the TC going up on this gold. So this TC for Mr. Yo could be under a lot of pressure very soon. The right side for Mr. Yo though is under pressure as well, but really Slam should be pushing in here. He has the advantage for sure. He knows that. Good night, Milmano. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, so we'll get back to the game. Yeah, really, for Slam, he just needs to push in on this left-hand side. The right side, he needs to get defensive, because there's a lot of galleons here. It might not look like it, but there is a lot. They're just all piled in together. Look, there's a bunch of them. I don't know why Slam's going back on this left side. He probably could have fought that. Now he's wasted his time, or waited. It means that Mr. Yo has regained the numbers he needs there. We're looking at a 46 kill to 33 loss ratio for Slam, and if we have a look at his population, he's ahead by about 5 military units at this stage. I'm surprised we're not seeing the more docks come up on the right hand side for Slam. That faster reinforce time really shouldn't be underestimated, but look at this, Slam has got careening, and that's going to be a huge difference to this fight. I think Slam may actually be able to take this. I hope he doesn't get scared and pull back, because Mr. Yo didn't engage with the full length of his army there. He missed a trick for sure. He was out of position, and Slam now, I think he might be able to take this. It's going to be close, but with that ship armor upgrade, that +1 Pierce armor, that's really going to help him out, and a few more galleons to join the fight. It looks like he is going to take this one on the left-hand side. Mr. Yo now lacking 10 ships in total, but Slam losing his bottle. Gonna run back, and it looks like that was the right decision, judging by how many galleons he has there. But on the right side, he looks like he should be able to push Mr. Yo back again. And now, Slam is making his move in the middle of the map. Is he gonna go for that capped ram upgrade, though? It's on the way, 40%. And, well, it doesn't matter, really, if he gets capped ram or not. He's going to take this TC down eventually. Of course, this Mangonel will certainly help to deal with the rams, and Slam going to want a GB for a minute there. He should be able to out-micro this Mangonel, though, with the Arbalest. There's not that many, what am I even trying to say here? Mangonels out for Yo. Microing against one Mangonel is definitely a lot easier than microing against 2 or 3. And the water fight is still raging on. And Slam seems like he's losing it a little bit on this left-hand side now. As I said, I think he really should have pushed in earlier. He could have done it. And there we go as well. That Mangonel does go down in the end for Mr. Yo. So Mr. Yo is losing this area in the center of the map, waiting for Slam to just finish things off by taking this TC down. And on the right side, it's Slam who's winning, whilst on the left, it's Yo who is winning over here. So overall, it might be fairly even, actually. We'll have a look at the scores, though, and that says a different story altogether. It says that Mr. Yo is miles behind in score, but the question is why? Population-wise, Slam is quite far ahead. Slam has an additional 20 military units on the map, which is pretty damn good, and he's also got a larger economy at this stage as well. This TC is now up, but it's not about his center economy. His economy back here is looking really nice. Well, not that nice. He's going to have to start moving villagers away, but he's not lost any villagers over here, whereas Mr. Yo lost a lot on this gold camp, remember. So Slam has got a good advantage. He's taken down this TC, and now he's obviously going to be chasing down these villagers as well. Left side is still looking bit worrying for Slam, but on the right side he's moving in, and this could mean even more dead villagers for Yo once again. Yo has to protect these villagers on this gold camp, because it's really difficult otherwise to keep these galleys coming out. Now I imagine Mr. Yo's got a decent bank. He's got, what, 400 gold there in the bank, which is enough to make a few more galleys, but he really doesn't want to be losing his ships, his villagers. You know, let's be honest, he doesn't want to be if he can help it. And at the moment, these galleons on the shore are doing just that, killing him, and he does not want it to happen. This siege workshop gonna go down. Will the Mangonel pop out? Well, the ram's gonna go down, but the Mangonel will not finish, and we've got more TCs coming up for Mr. Yo here, but he's losing them. He's losing them, and he's losing map control of the center, which is obviously a very large problem indeed. Slam gonna come in here as well, and he's probably gonna clean this up. Obviously, these ships distracted by the capped ram for a minute, but it seems to me like Slam will just tear into these ships for now, until, of course, Mr. Yo comes in with the rest of them and cleans up. But Slam's coming in on the left as well, a little bit of a pincer movement perhaps. Whether it will pay off or not, I don't know. But this is interesting here. Castle for Mr. Yo is going to get denied by Slam. Slam's parking his Arbalest in a fantastic location, and at this stage, Mr. Yo has no answers to these Arbalest in the center at all. He's putting up a siege workshop, but he's not going to get enough Mangonels out in time. One Mangonel is just not going to cut it, to be honest, and that is obviously a very large problem. These guys can just sit here, deny this castle for as long as they like, and the Mangonels from Mr. Yo are going to take a while to come out. Slam as well, cleaning up some fishing ships on the left-hand side. And Mr. Yo seems to always just be out of position at the moment. In fact, I don't think Mr. Yo has any fishing ships left. He's down to none. That's huge. I mean, how has this happened even? You know, that's quite insane. Losing all of those fishing ships like that is costly. And although there's not a huge amount of fish in the sea here anymore, there's no little green dots on the map. You could do what Slam's done and build the dock on the side to allow the fishing ships new fishing grounds. So Slam's looking in a nice position now, and he's transitioning really heavily into fighting on the land, focusing really on denying this castle, focusing on making sure that Mr. Yo doesn't get a solid foothold here, and at the moment it's working very nicely for him. You notice as well, Slam's got very little warships on the water at the moment. He's got 50, sorry, Mr. Yo has 15, Slam has 24, wow. Slam even has more warships? I find that hard to believe. Okay, he's got some more back at home. Okay, yeah, they're back at home, that's why. They're not in the action, but that's not where the action is. The action really isn't on the water at the moment. It's all about this. It's all about getting the goal. It's all about making sure your opponent doesn't take the center. Now we've got Mr. Yo putting up a castle on the hill at the top, which is a good location. Definitely going to be more difficult to push into it. But in the center here, this castle will be pressuring both of these TCs, going to make it even more difficult for Mr. Yo to take any gold or take any wood here, and that's obviously a problem because look at his own base. There's no wood left. There's none. There's this tiny bit here. There's a tiny bit here. 1 or 2 trees left, but Mr. Yo has no wood left, and he needs that wood if he wants to keep making ships. And at the moment, let's have a look. Mr. Yo's got 800 wood in the bank. That's going to be dropping quite rapidly as he builds more warships and as his wood supply dries up. So Mr. Yo on this top side here should have enough galleys to clean this up from from Slam. But Slam overall almost doubled the population now, 155 to 84 population. And Slam's Rams, oh, I like that one. Slam's Rams coming in and cleaning things up with the support of these Arbalests. Now, I think we might see skirms. Yeah, skirms coming out from Mr. Yo, but again, skirm's going to require some wood, and that's not going to be easy to come by if you have no wood on your home island. It's a real problem. It's a real problem. And we've got another castle now as well coming up on this left hand side for Slam, which will cover this wood line once again. Problem is for Slam here is he's not really getting any trebs out at the moment. There's one on the way, which is going to be a little bit tough to deal with. And look at this suicide villager going in here. Villager going to get a little bit caught out, but the ram will take the trebuchet down by looks of things. Will it work out or not though? It's a risky one. I think the trebuchet may just take... No, who's gonna win? Is it gonna be the ram? Is it gonna be the treb? The treb's getting the repairs. The trebuchet is not gonna go down. Oh my god, that was so close. Wow, that ram is not gonna save the day today. Very nice try though.